is an uncertain fee structure. Many a times, the client tells you that I'll pay you the fees, don't worry. You do the deal and he doesn't want to pay you. He says, what have you delivered? Okay? There was nothing much that you had to do. I paid you for the advertisement brought you the leads, and from that you got your transactions. You may have a fee letter signed and yet he may not want to pay you. This is as applicable to the organized sector as it may be to the unorganized sector. How do you deal with these situations? And obviously there is the unscrupulous market practices. There is a huge amount of cutting corners that takes place for the purpose of sourcing the business. And all this, gives a slightly, I would say, negative connotation to the business per se. So is the broker still relevant when information which used to be very closed, guarded, not freely available, to a time when information is very freely circulated, research reports are brought out from time to time, there is a huge amount of media attention that is there on this industry, Does the broker still become relevant? The answer lies in understanding what the client wants and what the broker is expected to deliver. Okay. Now this requires what I would call an understanding or a perspective from the leadership point of view which can be transmitted down the line to people to look at the business the way they ought to look in view of the competing forces that are working on the business. So each one of you, would have to assume this while carrying out and conducting your businesses either on your own or the team that you have at your disposal. What is the client seeking? Value. A transaction is a culmination of the series of steps. It is no longer just matter of property listing and giving it to him and providing to him what he wants. He wants value beyond the basic transaction itself. I'll give you an instance. And it's a very, very simple instance, but it speaks a lot. Some time back, I was at a party and there was a group that I joined. I did not know anybody in the group. There was a managing director of a company who was sharing with the group members that he is moving to a new office that he had chosen. So being from the real estate, I introduced myself. I said, why don't you give me a chance? He said, look, I'm the verge of signing an LOI. It's another 2 days. So you've got exactly 2 days. If you give me something that is better than what I have already, I will give the business to you. Next morning, I went back to my office and I called my colleague. I said, this is an opportunity. Do not waste the client's time if you do not have something beyond what he's already got. So he had to go and meet the CFO of the company who said, no, we have already closed, all kinds of obstacles till he got across to the managing director. And he was trying to articulate his needs. But on deeper penetration, my colleague found out which was going to be the clincher. The second day, just 2 properties were shown to him, which exactly met the client's need. The client accepted one of them. Now, in 2 days, a commercial property worth about 15,000 square feet in Bombay, in prime, it's not easy. Fortunately, that property had not been shown by the other brokers. But it was the introspection and the penetration that my colleague did, which he felt, which was very judgmental at that point of time, would be a clincher. To the managing director, that was huge value. 3 months later, his global chairman had come, and I was invited to that party, and he introduced me to the global chairman to say he's the guy who got us the deal. And at that party, every guy whom he introduced me to, he said, please go to them if you have real estate needs. Now, what it implies is a stretching beyond what is being functionally described as a value. This is called the insight gathering process. Peace of mind. He wants at the end of the day, complete peace of mind. Buying a property or leasing a property is a very, very tortuous process.